Hello everyone, it's Charlton, and there's been an absolutely horrible crash on Interstate 75 near Gainesville, Florida. To be honest with you, I don't know how close that is to Orlando because I think there was two semis involved in the crash, and as well as a van, a passenger van, and also a sedan, so four vehicles, and there was a massive fire. In addition, as a result of the collision, there's seven people have been killed and eight others injured, and several of the eight are in critical condition. So, um, and and five of the seven that were killed were in the passenger van. I think some of those are children. I believe the passenger van was on its way to Disneyland. I think the Daily Mail reports that. That's why I was wondering how close it is to Orlando, Disney World. Excuse me. Maybe not. No, it looks like it's about quite a ways away. 70 or 80 miles away, maybe. So that might not be right. Or they might have been, but it was traveling all the way there, so it was quite a distance away from Disney World, excuse me. So and there's video here of somebody who's just happens to be driving by right after there's traffic on the northbound lane. This was on the southbound lane. The 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 damage was so extensive. The fire was so hot it actually I think damaged the road itself. I think the southbound lanes are going to be closed. Into tomorrow morning, and they remain closed now. The northbound lanes are now open, and I'll show you this video in a second. And there's a fair amount to it where it passes by. There's people on the road that are hurt and being tended to, but it's being investigated as a homicide. That's what I did not understand, and it's not. They're not telling us why. I don't know why that would be investigated as a homicide, but so let me just back up a little bit. Seven people died, and at least eight more were injured, some of them critically, in a multi-vehicle crash Thursday afternoon on Interstate 75. The southbound stretch of interstate will likely remain closed overnight, the Florida Highway Patrol said. So Florida Highway Patrol Lieutenant Patrick Riordan said Thursday evening that five of the accident victims who died were in the passenger van. Others from the van were hospitalized, but did not know how many. The other person who died was in one of the crashed tractor trailers, but early on, Riordan didn't know if the person killed was the driver or the passenger. And so then it says at about 8 p.m. Thursday, northbound lanes reopened, southbound lanes remained closed with burnt vehicles, debris strewn across the highway, and a homicide investigation underway. Both semis had at least their trailers burned. I mean, there's a picture of it. I don't even know. It was really bad. But why would it be a homicide investigation? Over if the Fox report, same thing. They mention that Florida Highway Patrol said two tractor-trailer rigs and two passenger vehicles were involved in the crash, which unfolded about a mile south of Alachua. Alachua County Fire Rescue reported the flames ignited after 50 gallons of diesel fuel spilled on the highway. And Fire Rescue said in a Facebook post that multiple patients had suffered critical injuries, but did not specify how many. At one point, the Alachua County Sheriff's Office dispatched a helicopter to look for potential victims in the woods off the highway. Two semis were involved, and on both of them, at least, the trailer part was burned. At least some of the fatalities were when at least one of the passenger vehicles, like I said, five of the killed were in that passenger van. I lost where it mentions the homicide investigation. I'll find it right now. Alright, so emergency crews extinguished the fire and said they were treating the crash as a homicide investigation, but did not say why. The fire was so intense that authorities said it damaged part of the road. Here's a... I don't know, I mean, that just seemed odd to me. You know, like, I never heard of that. Like a crash being treated as a homicide unless maybe somebody was drunk or something. Would that cause that to do that? I don't know. All right. Well, here's the video of the passenger pulling alongside.
How bad is it? Pretty bad? Nope, everybody survived? Oh my Lord.
Yeah, that's terrible, terrible. So seven killed and 8 injured, some of them in critical condition, and I'm sure we'll learn more of what caused the crash, why it's being treated as a homicide investigation, and what becomes of the 8 that were injured. You know, it really looks bad. All right, well, that's the story there. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe to my channel. Give me a like down below. I'll see you in the next video. Later, man.